Welcome to Mojo Talks, where we explore the world through stories. I'm Mayur Channagere, visual storyteller and your host.
Welcome back to my second part of the conversation with Mohandas Pai, sir. In the first part, we spoke about
Yeah, we've been rebels because we've been anti-establishment. That is what young people are. Politicians trying to make their own money, run a business. So I think it's a very good middle-class city, highly educated, very cosmopolitan. Government cannot run museums the way it used to once. It's broken. Okay, Ranga Shankara came up because of the patronage of people. Like that, right? We need some 10, 20 Ranga Shankaras all over the city. I've not seen many people who made a lot of money are billionaires in technology give back to the city. I mean, they're worth billions of dollars. They got to give it back.
Mr. Pai, welcome back. Just going back to culture question, I'm just kind of looping back to that. Where do you see or how do you see the youth of today playing a role in keeping that alive?
I think the youth
Reviving.
are today very disconnected with their own heritage and culture. The great number.
Correct.
Many of them are getting connected. Many of them understand the richness of the culture. They want to do it. They don't know how to do it, what to do.
Yeah.
They're looking for institutions to work with.
Yes.
And the institutions that exist are not coming up to their requirements and their need because they have a very different objective of how the world runs. They're very technology savvy. They want to do it. They have to modernize. They have to do it for today's thing. They see something which is very old, which is this. Right?
Yeah.
Huh?
We
For
had to package that.
Yeah, you have to package that. For example, you go to the ISKCON temple in Bangalore. It's a very nice experience.
Yes, it is.
It's a beautiful experience. The temple is clean. You go through a process. You see a beautiful hall. You see lighting. You see everything else. There's the theater down. And visually it's very good. Now, is it really religious? Is it thing? Yeah, there's a different experience. At least they're coming. And they're praying. Now, if you go to an older temple which is built 100,000 years back, it's beautiful, very awe-inspiring, very good, but you got to keep the place clean. You got to keep the place clean. You got to have a better experience for people to go, manage them better, and I think that is important. For example, Tirupati, how do people come? The queuing system is terrible. You are treated shabbily by all those guards and everybody. That experience and all should be much better.
European countries have done a far better job of making
Yeah.
their
Because
old-
they become professionalized in the sense there's process, there is greater discipline, people queue up and all that. And they've been rich for a long time. See, when you're very poor and you suffer from a scarcity, you always try to rush the queue, break the queue and all that. Correct?
Correct.
But they never had the problem for a
the
long
same
time.
people who go from here to
Yeah,
Europe
because-
will still follow the.
No. See, you don't blame them because they know that you stand in the queue, you'll get a bus in 3 minutes. Here you stand in the queue, you're not sure the bus will come in 3
on,
minutes. If it comes in 3 minutes, do we have space? We're not sure. So we got to create surpluses. See, those are economies of surpluses. We are economies of scarcity. For example, Bangalore. Why can't we have 15,000 buses for Bangalore? We got 6,000 buses because the stupid government entity runs it. They don't know how to run it. They make losses. There's corruption and they mess it up. And then we all pay the price. Correct? In Tokyo, the population is about 35 million, I think. Everybody's got a car, but they don't use a car for the 5 days of the week. They keep the car in the house. They use public transport because the roads will all be jammed. You understand? So I think it's extremely important that we become an economy of surpluses. Then behavior will change. You understand? And that can change. That can change in many places. For example, look at the Ram Janamubhoomi temple. Now the queues are enormous. They know how to do it. They let people in, and I think it works.
It works. It's seamless.
Yeah, it's managed better. It's managed better.
managed better. There's still glitches. I'm not saying it's 100%, but it is still.
Still managed better.
And probably that's also one of the reasons why you see a lot of younger crowd visiting, keeping the religious
Yeah, but you see,
spiritual part of it.
you see, religion, spirituality are all human experience, which are essential to make us human. You can be an atheist, you can be that, that's fine. But there are very few people bit like that. So I think it's very important for young people to get connected with their thing, because today, most young people have a pride in India.
Yes.
When we are growing up, we were poor, beaten, dirty, nobody cared a damn for us. You went outside, they used to look at you and make you wait outside and make you, turn on new, dirty Indian. Now they look at you and say, oh, you're from Bangalore, software. There's respect. So they know that respect. They've seen richness, they've seen car, they've seen everything else. On TV, they see the world, they see that, they say, we are all here. I'll give you a story. At Infosys, we had the Indian women cricket team come and play in Mysore in our campus. And we had 2 test matches in Australia. They played there. They stayed there for about 30 days or 45 days. They stayed in the air-conditioned room. They had the good gym. They had the cricket ground, beautiful cricket ground, practice, food. Everything was good. Then they went to London, England, to play against the English. Then one day in my office, I had a call from Sudha Shah, who was the coach and the manager. He said, "Sir, I want to talk to you." "Okay, what happened, Sudha?" He said, "We beat London. We beat England at Lord's." "Oh, very good, Sudha. Very good. Congrats. But that's not the reason why I called you." "Then what is it?" "Sir, London is very dirty.
Oh, okay.
Lord's is very dirty. I want to tell you that." So there, in the mind is changed because you stay in Mysore, you see the beauty, how it is maintained and all that. Then you go there and say, "Man, this sucks." So because I've seen software people, engineers who are come from very poor circumstances, grade 2 and 3 colleges and all that, who come in shabby clothes, get trained in 6 months, they're very good. They go overseas, they walk on Fifth Avenue like anybody else, well dressed, well groomed, and nothing. They don't feel anything. You go without all the training, you get overawed, you get beaten. "Ye hamara paas kahan hai? Kya hai?"
In fact, I've seen that happen when I was with Infosys on Mysore. The fresh batch, we would welcome them, we would see them. By 3 months,
Transformation.
drastic transformation.
Yeah,
The
I
way
think it's
they
important. See, that's why we have to create a good country where everything works. The power is there, the water is there, the sewage works, the streets. Why can't the streets be clean in Bangalore? It is dumb. Cleaning street is no big art, doesn't require anything because there's corruption. There is no oversight by the
But
managers.
Mohan, sir, corruption is there, but I also
No, there's
blame the
corruption
people.
because they tend. Look, don't blame people, please. I think that's a bad thing. Don't blame the users and all that. People will do what people do. That's not the point. You keep the street clean. First, remove all the debris and keep the street clean. Then you have trash bins where people can go put their trash. There are no trash bins. Automatically, you see many things happen. Then over a period of time, you find that some people misuse it. Then go after them. Maybe 5%, 6%. Go after them.
The reason why I'm saying that
No,
also,
don't blame people because everybody, you got to give an excuse for this misgovernance to happen. Government say, "Oh, what can we do?" People come and throw. You're not clean the damn place for weeks. You see all the trash and all the mess everywhere. You go on to, go to Jayanagar on the road next to the, Lal Bagh. You see streets where all the stuff is kept. Why is it kept? Because there's no trash bin, there's no clearance. Let there
I
be
agree.
clearance.
I agree.
Let there be clearance. See, once you clear, people will not use it. Or keep the trash bin there. Do that. What does it matter?
The reason why I'm saying is, see, I stay behind Sulbord in KS Officers Colony. And we have a very strong community there. We've been there for 20 plus years and we have our
it's
own
clean.
residential association.
It's clean.
It's clean. We have a lot of PGs.
You go see Electronic City.
It's clean.
It's clean.
Yes.
It's unbelievable clean. And it's nothing. It's ordinary. That is ordinary. It has to be done. See, when I was growing up, there were people called drain inspectors. Before the monsoon, they used to come and clean the
Clean the
drains.
drains.
Gandhiji called the Ripon Commission report a drain inspector's report. My uncle used to tell me, my father's brother-in-law, he used to tell me that when the British ruled Bangalore and that, the commissioner used to go at 6:30 for muster, attendance. And then at the muster, he used to take the attendance and then come back at 12:30 to inspect, to make sure it's okay. So that's there. Now the officers don't come to office even at 10:30. They never go for inspection. Only now we find Maheshwar Rao going for inspection, which is changing. You should ask all the officials, first 2 hours in the morning, go for inspection. Between 6:30 to 8, not doing office. They don't come to office. And they spend half the time in irrelevant meeting. Because everybody has a meeting, Why should I have 100 people in a meeting? Everybody wants a meeting because politicians don't have work, they call a meeting. And everybody has a meeting. Senior people don't have work, they call a meeting. I mean, city is about governance, about keeping it clean. First thing, keep it clean. Second thing, keep it orderly. Third thing, make sure all the utilities work. And it'll all work if the supervision is much better because the culture of self is not there because these are not employees, all contractors. They have no interest.
Yes.
Except doing the work and making the money.
Correct.
So I think it's very important for that to come. It is ordinary. That is where the failure of India. We have failed to keep our cities clean, our villages clean. Don't blame people. Then you're giving an excuse. You're giving an excuse to everybody that, people are dirty. What can we do? We clean. They never clean in the first place for it to be dirty. Go clean it.
My argument there.
Go to Electronic City. Do people throw there? They don't throw.
No, they don't.
Why? Same
So,
people.
Electronic City, it's again, there's someone like Infosys. People have took the first step. No,
They all took the first step, Baba, but it's managed well.
managed. Yes.
Managed well. They do it.
My argument is we should take that step and say, okay, I'm going to take care of my community, my association.
Look, let us be very clear. You have a corporation. You pay taxes, their job. Make them do their job. We are paying money, they're all getting salaries, make them accountable. Yes, we must keep the city clean and all that. We must also participate, make them accountable. Why are you allowing them to be corrupt and siphon off all the money? That garbage contract has been given. I'm told that it's not been renewed for many years. It's gone to court and taken a stay. They spend 600,000 crores a year. Where did the money go? I mean, it's crazy. They say 4,500 tons of garbage, 3,500 tons wet garbage. The wet garbage, and it's become a transportation contract, not a garbage contract. Why they're not cleaning? Why they're not accountable? You go to Vidhan Sauda, the surroundings and inside, furniture thrown all the place. I mean, come on, keep it clean.
Correct. On the question of Vidhan Sauda, growing up, I remember, for me, Sundays would be like going with parents sitting on the steps.
I don't know why.
Why did
See,
they stop?
we have become like a police state where police are there to protect the political leaders from citizens. Why should you protect them? Citizens need protection from bad elements. In fact, I tweeted to the Deputy Chief Minister, open up Vidhan Sauda on Saturdays when you're closed, or Sundays, so let people go inside. It's the people's palace, not your palace.
And in fact,
people's
they did
palace,
that.
go play.
They did that for 1 or 2 weekends, and the response was so good.
Then what happened? They should do that because they say, oh, security, people will come. Come on, man, the people's palace, that's democracy.
And
people
it
allow
was
them.
not just opening, sir. They actually had a book festival there.
Yeah.
And
when I go to Vidhan Sauda, and I used to go off earlier, I wear my sandals, I wear a kurta and my pant, and I go. The guard asks, Yakari ನೀವು, who are you, yen beku, ella. I see a Benz come there with a guy suit boot, that he'll salute them. Because the guy is supposed to be rich, and I'm poor. And I see dogs go inside. In the central courtyard, there were dogs when I went there. Then 15, 20 dogs. How can the dogs come? Give me a break, man.
So the dogs have better access to that.
Yes. Then they asked me, Yake, Yelbindri, why did you come? They treat you shabbily. See, citizens should be treated with great respect. You go to a government officer, you are brought down. You're treated shabbily. They make you wait. They make you wait 1 hour, 2 hours. Why should you wait? To teach you a lesson. I am powerful. I'm a big guy. Man, you are a service provider.
Yeah.
You treat people with respect. The citizens pay taxes who pay your salary. That attitude is not. It should come from the ministers and others to say, treat people respect. When they come, they must not make people wait. They must tell them, treat them with respect. If they tell officials, it will work. I think that culture, the feudal culture still exists. Ruler. I'm a ruler. You're not a ruler. I tweeted, one minister abused me.
Yeah.
Oh, what is this fellow? He's political. He said, I told him, Minister, you're not my master. You're my representative. You don't listen to me. You don't like it, it's fine. But don't abuse me. You're not my master to abuse me. Don't do all that. I've done much more for the state than you'll ever do in your life. I told him openly in front of Twitter, we should. They're not our masters. Many ministers, I met so many ministers, chief ministers, they've always been respected. Some of them are very arrogant. Oh, you are this, you are this. Who the hell are you?
Correct.
You are a representative. You derive power from us. Same thing with everybody. See, democracy is where you respect people and you represent people. We are representative democracy. We are not that you elect you and you rule one, do what you want. You have to listen. You have to meet people. You have to listen. You have to express their voice. Yes, you have a difficulty in balancing the views of many others. That's where you have to come.
Again, I'm just trying to bring the question back to culture. Is it, again, going back to our roots, our history, what we went through the last 50 years of our independence?
Look, it is a culmination of many things. But the key thing is, culture and art has always prospered when there's been patronage. Culture, art and all can't survive without patronage. Why patronage? Because artists, cultural people, creative people work on the arts and they have to make a living. I mean, they can't do it free.
Yeah.
They can't do it free. They have to eat every day. They have to educate their children. And they also need a house. So they need to have some money. They need to have some income. And where does it come? It comes from people who patronage, who pay for it, buy what they do, make sure they do well, go to the exhibition. So the rich class and the people who are wealthy in the city have to come together, all of them, and see how they can make Bangalore a much more vibrant cultural place and not depend on government. Because, you see, today I'll tell you the problem with government, which is good. Today, political power has come to the bottom 40% of society. That means our democracy has taken deep roots, which is very good. A democracy or power which is there in the top 10% is not sustainable. Let's admit it.
Yeah.
So it has to come to everybody. Everybody should feel that my country, I'm in power. And that's very good. Okay? So it's come to the bottom 40%. That decimated the top 20%, saying the elite, this and that.
Yeah.
Now, people who come from this layer, they're not seen better things in their life. They grew up long time ago in a very poor, impoverished country. For them, a museum, for them, a thing is not important. For them, giving subsidies, okay, giving jobs to all the relatives and friends and dealing with people is important. Yes, that's very important. But this also is important because tomorrow when India grows, all those people, they still need all the stimulation, art and thing, keep it all alive. So they patronage, they have a department of culture, they have a department of this, it gets captured by certain people push their agenda, it has to be free. And the only thing that way it can be free is when the citizens of the city all come together, people who have money, they come together, they sit down, and then they say, these are some of the things we want. And many of them start patronizing, investing jointly, like was done for the Science Museum, like was done for the map, which Abhishek Podar did. I think it's fantastic. Collected a lot of money and did it.
It's such an experience to
we need
go there.
art entrepreneurs and all to there, create rich places, then institutionalize it. See, the West has done it because the Metropolitan Museum of Art has got patrons, they have an annual meet, they do this, they get sponsored, they get everything else, which is very good. I think that's the way it has to be done. And that is what is missing in Bangalore.
And also, from a creative perspective, like you said, the artist, the minute you know that your basics are taken care, you have the freedom of
Yes, but
think.
artists must have freedom to create and live the creative life. And for that, you need this patronage, you need this environment, you need these cultural spaces where they can have spaces to exhibit, spaces to sell, do everything. Because let's understand one thing, art cannot be free. Artists cannot live on handouts. Artists cannot live on thin air and love and affection and respect. They also need sustenance. So that can only come. And that culture has to come. It cannot come from government. Government is an input.
Correct.
It has to come from the people.
People.
And who can do? People who got surplus money to spend. They have to spend for themselves and for enriching the state and in gratitude for what they've achieved. Now, all the billionaires in Bangalore, they have not come up because they're supposed to be born billionaires. They have worked hard, they did it, they made money off the city. Of course, they provided a good, they provided a service, they must do it. I mean, Prestige has done those 2 centers, which is very good. Brigade has done that center, which is very good. Shobha should do it. Shobha should do it. Purvankara should do something. And the other builders like Satwa should do something. They must all do it because for them, enriching everything and creating the cultural space enhances the value of the property. They don't understand that.
True.
It enhances the value of the property, creates more space for everybody.
You're elevating the property into a more richer experiential
Yeah.
center than just 4 blocks
Yeah.
and garden and trees and
Yeah.
which are needed, but then
Yeah.
that brings
Because people want activity.
yeah. And going back to your point about
For example, we need food streets.
Yeah.
Now, Tejasvi and others, and Naresh Venkatraman built that thing. Naresh Venkatraman built that museum road, which is very good. I wish they keep it clean and make it. Now, when some time ago we worked with Ravi Shankar to shut down MG Road from 8 to 2 in the afternoon. I mean, it was
that was
wonderful.
so
People
beautiful.
came, people were doing skating, people came. It's beautiful. Do it once a week, once in 2 weeks. Do that. Create public spaces where there's no traffic. You go to Europe and others, they have farmers market, they have everything else because people want the richness in their life.
And when Church Street was revived, and until I think about a few months ago, it was on weekends, it was a no traffic open
Yeah.
space. We would have music.
Yeah.
We would have people.
Even now, does traffic come on the weekends?
It comes on weekdays,
Why?
weekends, and now we don't even have access to the music
Why?
or any of them
Why?
on Church Street. It stopped.
Why? I think the police or somebody stopped it. Why did they stop it? Oh, you got a license and all that rubbish. Come on, give a break. I think we should bring it back. See, there's a failure of the intelligentsia and the citizens of this place. They must come and tell the government, please open it up and please do it. People must come together. People must spend time. See, all of us must spend 10-15% time with the community where we live. And we must give back to enrich the community. Everybody should do that. And some people can do it by giving time. Some people can do it by giving money. Some people can do it by talking to people. I think, but people should come. And we must learn, artists must learn marketing.
Imagine doing the same Church Street model in, say, Gandhi Bazaar.
Yes.
It's a wide road.
Gandhi Bazaar, do it in Baswangudi, do it
Baswangudi.
in Malleshwaram, do it in other places, do everywhere.
And that would
Koramangala.
that would go back to revival of our old festivals and
Yeah.
this thing. And
Yeah,
like
do that.
the minute Kadlekai Parishad, that the whole street for that weekend is packed and it's so beautiful.
Yeah, that experience.
Experience of that.
That's why we have so many rich festivals. I experience that, allow that to happen. And see, I'll tell you again, for that we need public transport. We need a culture where people can use buses, people can use metro and all and come. You understand? See, today, that Kabam Park area is more used because people come from all over because there's a metro there.
Metro there, yes.
See, today it's very difficult to go from place to place.
Because
Earlier, when you used to go for lunch and things, we used to go to Brigade Road. Now we hardly go to Brigade Road. Well, of course, you can get delivery and all. We go somewhere. We can go to 100 feet, Indira Nagar.
100 feet.
But the problem of going there is, parking. Then you can go to this one, that Malleshwaram area, 8th cross, 6th cross. Very good. Baswangudi. Who goes to Baswangudi from this part of town? Very difficult. You don't go. You don't go to the malls and all that because, we need public transport. What we have suggested is 85% of the people should be within 1 to 1.5 kilometers of metro station. That's the only solution for Bangalore, not vehicles.
even metro station, there's no parking.
And not only parking. Okay, forget parking. People can walk. Parking, they should have some parking. But do up the metro station. Do some creativity inside the metro station. You go to Moscow, I've seen photographs. I've not been there. The station is so beautiful. Make up the art. Such a ugly structures. Look at the MG Road thing. Such an ugly, dirty structure.
Yeah.
The shabbily maintained, dirtily maintained. The BMRCL can't even maintain that and clean it up. Look at all the pillars. So shabby, so dirty. Look at the median of the pillars. So shabby, so dirty. In the median, they put all the debris.
Yeah.
I don't understand what these people are. They put debris there.
There.
You go to Dubai and see. Keep it clean. What does it matter? It doesn't cost you money. Put all the debris, muck and all that. And then some plants and nobody does. They don't clean it up. I mean, look, we need to have a sense of aesthetics, both for the governance and it has to come from the Minister for Bangalore. He must insist. They're too busy running businesses and other things and not doing things. They don't understand what is the city. We have too many people come from rural areas to become the ruling class. They don't understand what is the city, how to run a city, what has to be done. You go to Bombay, South Bombay, see how it runs. You go to suburbs, broken.
True.
Huh? Everybody on the street and everybody here, dirty. South Bombay is very good. I think it's important to maintain cities.
And Pai sir, coming back to this about Bangalore being a potpourri of cultures across from different parts of the world. I wouldn't say only the country. We have people from rural space to urban to everything. If you were to give them one message, how do we make sure that there is that cultural integration that happens?
No, I would call upon the intelligentsia and the people, entrepreneurs and the billionaires and others who have done very well to come together and make it one of the prime objectives as to giving back to the city. All of them should give back to the city. It's not only important to bring your bank balance, but it's more important how to give back to your community and your city. They cannot say, I pay my taxes, all of us pay taxes, but give it back. We need more cultural places. We need more people like you, more people like Ravi Chandar, more people like Naresh Venkatraman, R.K. Mishra to come together. They're all working. And you must see, like this guy, Abhishek Podar, and many others. I can only remember these names. This guy, our Prakash Bellavadi.
Oh, yes.
And so many people. They should all come together and we should tell them what do you require and build it. And everybody should take part and get the builders together, how to enrich the big places where they're investing. For them, they're investing 2,000 crores, putting another 5 crores makes no difference. It enhances value. So how to do all that and what needs to be done? I think society should come together and have pride in Bangalore and talk to government. Government will help. Not as government to invest, do this, anything, pass the buck. Government should do this, government should do this. It should be like that science museum where people gave money, government gives the money, it worked. Yes, it should be like MAP where people raise money. Do new things. Let people experience it.
Do you think we should introduce this aspect as part of our education system?
No, in the education system, appreciating art, culture and everything should be introduced. Children must be taken to museums. People must see how to paint, how to understand painting, how to understand art, how to do it. That means they must go to all the museums where the exhibits are. And they must have classes for creativity. Okay?
And take them out of the four walls.
Yeah, take them out of the four walls and open up their minds and for creativity and all that as they grow up so that it becomes an integral part of their experience.
The way I see it, today we are talking about, there was a phase which even now we talk about emotional intelligence, then it is artificial intelligence. But the way I see going forward, it is the combination of this but with creativity, and it's going to be creative intelligence. Do you think that?
No, I think, look, human beings are emotional creatures.
True.
We're not widgets. We're always emotional. Emotion will always drive us.
Correct.
Okay, so that won't go away. So I think creativity is there in every person. But that creativity has to be fostered, has to be continued, because creativity requires hard work. Creativity requires long hours. Creativity requires, perseverance. For example, a sculptor. I mean, he's not learned sculpting just by doing something. He's not. There's a technique, there's something, and everything else. I mean, it is hard work. He's worked 10, 20 years. Then you see something. Any highly creative work, that person has worked 15, 20 years. And another thing is, we must make heroes out of our creative people.
True. Not the influencers.
Not the stupid influencers. I mean, half of them are so stupid, they don't understand, they're dumb. We must have creativity. I mean, we must make heroes out of them. Huh?
True.
Because they're so beautiful. And let me tell you, people who are poor, who are the traditional artisan, have a very high sense of creativity.
True.
They live in very poor circumstances, but what they do is fantastic. In that poor circumstances, with all that poverty, how do they imagine, how do they create such wonderful stuff? I really don't know. They're wonderful people. We must make sure they make a good living, that art and culture goes forward, and we must promote that. All of us should have a joint responsibility to do that. Did you go to the tribal museum in Bhopal? Please go. It's one of the best museums I've seen. I've seen 100 museums around the world. It's one of the best top 5 museums I've seen anywhere in the world.
Oh, is
the
it?
tribal museum in Bhopal. The exhibits, the creativity, the passion, unbelievable. Oh my God.
The other day, you were also talking about the same thing. One is Bhopal. You spoke about, you come from the coastal, and there also there's so much of art and culture and richness. And other day you were talking about how we should revive and make that as part of it, not just the coastal, but our traditional forms. You want to share a few thoughts?
No, I think in South Canara is a highly educated district. People are well aware. It's a place for the middle class and the lower middle class, and they have a sense of themselves. And they got beautiful temples there, which are kept clean, which are very good. They have their festivals, they have everything there. And I think they have Yakshagana and all the art forms have come. And Harikatha, Yakshagana, I think the traditional, and they're doing all that. But the only thing happening in that place is the youth are migrating. That is the big problem. In all the culturally rich places, youth are migrating. Calcutta is supposed to be a home of Bengali culture. Where are the Bengalis?
They're mostly
Two
out.
generations of young Bengalis have left the place. The parents also going. What is left in Calcutta?
There's nothing.
Yes. When all the people want to leave because they can't make a living, they can't get job, what happens to a city?
It dies.
The
It just
city dies. Same thing is happening in South Canara. In Bangalore, young people are going. We're getting educated. There are no jobs. So what will they do? So we have to create economic sustenance.
Clustered.
Economic sustenance, we must make sure cities become vibrant. You see, in the US, there are university towns.
Yeah.
Because the university becomes a place. And then the cities grow up. They have many things. The university becomes a place of culture, of art and everything. We must do that for our universities. I hope Chanakya University becomes a place where people go for art, culture, talk shows, everything else from the surrounding areas. So universities have to be integrated. Learning centers have to be integrated with society. You go to Stanford, the community comes there, they come for talk, they come for everything, they stay outside. It's part of the community. So they must express themselves as part of the community and do many more things. Our colleges should open up, get people part of the community. There must be talks. All that integration has to happen multiple places. All these institutions, they all become cloistered. They all become cloistered. Oh, I come and teach, I go, nothing else happens. How are you part of the community? Because you're not part of the community, how will it work? UVC. They don't have a good alumni. We want the alumni to give back. Now they got some alumni, but they must give back. See, art, culture, creativity thrives on patronage. That is the missing piece in Bangalore and in India in a big way. And patronage has to be local. Patronage has to be by the people, because the benefit of the patronage, they improve. They do. In fact, I told Tejasvi Surya, collect some 40, 50 founders and ask them to give X amount of money and each year take up one cultural project.
Wow. That would be phenomenal.
Because you see, very few people have convening power. So those people should become the catalyst. That's the problem today. They can go market. See, Abhishek Poddar had convening power. He created it.
Yes.
The Science Museum, I think Jahnavi, they found Jahnavi. Jahnavi had convening power. So they did it. Correct? So we need to find those people. Prakash Balawadi, hope he does it.
And even Brigades.
Brigades, his daughter.
Institute of Music.
Yeah. Jaishankar's daughter.
Jaishankar's daughter. So now it has taken time, but
you need more people.
More people. And it's slowly now there are a lot of youngsters, kids going there, spending time, appreciating. They're having even.
And people who patronage should not control.
Yeah, they should let go of that.
They must give the money and everything, let somebody manage it, and that is it. They must not control.
They should run it like a startup.
Let others run it.
Run it.
For example, Mukunda ji has created that science center in the near after Rajaji Nagar. I think it's beautiful. A shell structure, a science structure, Param. I think it's unbelievable what he's trying to do. He's got young people there, they're running it and all. So we need many more of that, and they have to be connected.
Mr. Pai, I want to do one quick rapid
Sure.
fire with you now.
Sure.
You know, bit of this, bit of that. Being an old Bangalorean, your favorite food joint?
My favorite food joint was Continental
Oh, yeah.
for Chinese. It's gone.
Gone.
Then I think one successor came, is gone. And now Paragon here,
yes.
Paragon here in my office, and I like Sandige
Syndicate.
because it gives me what I want.
Okay. If you were to pick a favorite song,
कभी कभी मेरे दिल में ख्याल आता है तो आपसे पहले सितारों में बस रही थी कभी तुझे बुलाया गया मेरे लिए. All my music stopped after that. I mean, that resonates with me very well.
So the minute you play that, the romantic in you comes alive.
Well, revives very nice, pleasant memories of
memories.
growing up, chasing a girl and then marrying her and all the nice stuff. And then saying we're not going to do it again. It's too much of work.
Too much of work. Nice. Emotional intelligence or creative intelligence?
I think you need both because you can't escape emotional intelligence. If you have only creative intelligence, it becomes cold and forbidding and lacks compassion. Because creative intelligence is an input to make an impact on people. Creative intelligence can lead to arrogance. I'm the greatest guy, what I create is it, and nothing more can happen. You need emotion to understand your limitations, emotion to drive you to do great things, and emotion to say, never be satisfied with what you have done. That craving for excellence, doing better and better and better. Because every year, every experience is a different experience. It's not the same. You don't stay still in life.
Quality versus productivity.
Quality, any day.
Any day.
No, productivity is good, but at the end of it, what does it achieve? You need quality. It's like seeing that our traditional sculptures in old temples, so beautiful, so beautifully done. You go to Ranakpur, see that temple and the marble work and all that. You are outstruck. How could people think of that and create that?
That's where the emotional
Go to Hoysala, Belur. How can they create that? Go to old temples and see how did they imagine and create all the stuff with nothing?
You can almost feel that they were in love with the stone when they created.
I mean, the people who were sculptor saw a piece of stone, didn't see the stone, saw that object in the stone. And they didn't have drawings. They didn't have measurement. They didn't have anything else. They had measurements of mathematics. But they just carved. It's all in the mind. And they could, from a stone, they could remove the unnecessary material and relieve it and show it. And say, this was here in the stone all the time. It's like David or Michelangelo, right?
Yeah.
You go to Florence and you see it. You are wonderstruck. My God, it's so beautiful.
You can see the details.
How can it happen? How can somebody do it? So I think that skill is available.
Favorite city?
Bangalore. I born here. I lived all my life, not most of my life here. I'll die here and Bangalore. There's no city for Bangalore.
No better place.
No, because Bangalore's got the best people. good people from all over India, very gentle, very nice, and good to work with, very creative, very fulfilling.
So you said
I'm biased,
unbiased.
very biased. I'm biased,
You are biased. Okay.
very biased.
Second city in that case, if after Bangalore.
Well, I think Mumbai.
Yes.
Mumbai is the hotspot, creative, people are passionate, people energy, people want to do that, except they got lousy infrastructure. We screwed up big time. I mean, the slum should go, everything should go, things should be better. And they're great people, they execute, they think big. That is the place.
They don't stop.
They don't stop. That's the place. Everything is there. So I think they should renew themselves. That's the only problem. It's been taken over by people who are milking the city, but they should renew. Now it's coming back.
So earlier, my first question, when I asked you about your favorite restaurant, you mentioned about the food. At home, what's your favorite food?
Look, I'm a fish eater.
Anything to do
prawn
with
curry.
Prawn curry. Awesome. You have achieved so many things. You've been a self-starter. You've done so many things. I'm sure you have regrets and no regrets. But if you had a time machine and if you had to travel back, would you change anything?
No.
Nothing.
I had a great life. I had a rich life. I had my ups and downs. So for me, see, I have a very simple principle. You should have no regrets in life. Because life is about tomorrow. What happened in the past, you can't change, you can't do anything. I lost my younger brother about 3 years ago. I feel that great loss is my younger brother. I regret I didn't spend enough time with him. He's a wonderful boy. I just don't know I didn't spend time because he was 13 years younger than me. Now he's gone, just passed away. Twinkle of an eye. I feel so bad about it. But what can I do? It's all about future. I got 4 grandchildren now. Latest one was born 2 days back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
back and I see them, I play with them, I renew my links with life. I see their energy, I see the creativity, their passion, their simplicity, their beauty, and I'm overjoyed. So to me, life changes, but it's all about tomorrow. Never regret yesterday, it's gone. Leave for tomorrow. Try to make tomorrow better than what you've been there all the time. And I learned one more thing. I'll tell you one thing, Mayur. During COVID, one day I woke up and suddenly realized making the world better is not my responsibility. Till then I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. And used to create frustration, anger and everything else. Then I said, I've done my bit, that is it. The world will take care of itself. The sun will rise in the morning, set in the evening, life will go on. Whether you are there or not is totally irrelevant. That humility once you get, that is not your responsibility, life changes. So what do? You do what you can do and hope to improve. It doesn't happen, it's fine, you put in the effort. Like the Bhagavad Gita, you must put in your effort. The fruits will come, will not come, but put in the effort. Now, for me, commitment to community is important. I work for the community, I work for my city, I want my city to improve, that will never die. But I'll stop getting frustrated.
But you at least planted the seeds.
Yeah, planted the seeds, done it, but it's extremely frustrating to see my city decay, to see my city, people become unproductive, people spend time on saying anger come, road rage, dirt and all that. I can't bear it. It pains me so much because the city has everything. It's a great city. It lacks governance. There's too much of corruption. The people who rule don't seem to care or, have lost sensitivity, are feeling helpless. So we should all work together to do it and work them to reform and all that. So we have to make our city better because it is our city. We have to give it back. So I think that creates something. In my career and all, I achieved a lot and I've done so much. And now I work with 314 and I don't work. I'm there as part of the furniture or whatever it is, the C. I meet many founders. I get overjoyed when I see creativity. I like all that. I want policy to build my country. I want many things to happen. Now I'm working with Chief Minister Yogi in the Economic Advisory Committee because if UP develop, India develop, the 17% of India, great place. So I think I do whatever I can. But I'm happy. Happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is knowing your limitation. Happiness is knowing what you can do. And happiness is doing what you can and then that's it.
And spend time with your loved
Spend
ones.
time with your loved ones and your wife and your children as much as you can. Children may not want you, but whatever you can, be around. Help your family, help your friends, be available to your friends. I meet a lot of people. I try to help everybody who comes, whatever I can. Now I learn to say no.
I've
never
seen the
could say no.
transition. You
Because
never say no.
I can't do it.
I've seen that.
I can't do it. And I think I know my limitations very easily. And knowing your limitations is important, Mayur.
But one thing I'll tell you, sir. I think my first interaction with you was when I was with Infosys. And this is a story I've told time and again. On my last day, you asked me 6 very important questions when I was ready to quit Infosys and move this jump. And it was at that point when you said, okay, very few people have answered 4 out of 6. So I think there is hope for you. And that was like my safety net, you know. But not just that, after that, we've had multiple interactions and nowhere have I ever seen you say no. You're always there to guide people, help people, connect people. And I think that is very, very important because, like you said, it's not always about financial support. It's
about moral and
emotional support. And that has given a lot of us that support. You've given us the guidance. Thanks a ton for that.
Thank you for doing this, Mayur.
And I can't thank you enough for doing this podcast, this show. It's been truly inspirational. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, I had a great time having this conversation with Mr. Pai. This is something which I've had an opportunity to do it off camera with him, but for the first time we managed to record it so that there are many people out there who get inspired just the way I did. Thanks for tuning in. This is Mayur signing off. Keep your mojo alive.